It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll get to see a battle for conference superiority. It's the Jets and the Saints under the lights on Sunday night.
The first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Jets. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. There's a short one caught by Johnson. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
All right, partner, a brand new season. With it comes a sense of unbridled optimism for every team and, of course, every quarterback. It's a blank slate for every passer in this league, and he really couldn't hide his excitement during interviews this week. He thinks his offense is stacked. They've spent the entire offseason making adjustments and trying to find another gear. And as this season begins, they believe they've found it. You watch him warm up, everything is crisp, moving with great speed. This is an offense that can't wait to get to the first series of the new year.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. Back to throw again. That's complete. It's Malachi Corley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and a couple. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Straight ahead is Hall. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. Well, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. They looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Hall again. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hall. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
The Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle here to Wilson. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2.
They'll look to throw here.
This completes a Corley.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Hall.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Isaiah Foskey brings him down.
They've got well over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, good start for him in this one here in the 1st quarter, and he's now 2 for 2 on field goals.
And I know while the offensive coaches are telling their guys, hey, let's leave the kicker out of it unless it's an extra point, this could pay dividends if this game is tight down the stretch. His confidence is going to be sky high if they need him for a big-time kick.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They shakes him off, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's the game of play. It's 3rd and 7.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
To the right side and intercepted.
Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 of the 15.
Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Olave over the middle. And the Saints are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this second quarter. They're moving it pretty good.
Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson from 4 yards out. And the Saints have got it back to within a score.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Caught, it's Wilson. Now we've got a stoppage for an injured player, and that appears to be Garrett Wilson, who is shaken up on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Here's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Paul ought to give up the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now. He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
He was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 40. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Oh, he shifts past him. Fighting through, he's got space. And he'll go down the not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well. This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
And New York set to take the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Second down in the yard.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Fighting to stay upright, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throw out wide is incomplete.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season.